Yeah, so the last couple of mocks that I gave, my score seemed to be stagnant at 545. However,
Hmm.
I am aiming for at least like a 680 or 690 to get
Hmm.
into a good college. Other than that, I think accuracy on quant has been 70 to 80%. I find the questions to be easy. However, when I'm reviewing after my exam, at that time I go wrong on silly things, silly places, like I've misreading a word, assumed it to be something else, something of that sort.
Hmm.
So time remains a constraint for me because while giving the exam, I'm constantly looking at the timer, and if I don't get the answer in that specific amount of time, I just mark any answer and then move ahead because I don't want to waste my time on that question particularly.
You have to have like very clear strategy here. Like when you're analyzing the mistakes, one, you understand, okay, what mistake have I made? Second, you understand why have I made that mistake? And third, the most important column is what am I supposed to do the next time to avoid this mistake? And you're not allowed to call anything silly, right? So if you've made, let's say, if missed a word, you'll say, what mistake have I made? I've missed a word. Why did I make this mistake? Because I was in a rush. What am I supposed to do the next time? I have to make sure I'm double checking my answer before moving on. Like something like that to make sure that the next time you have something actionable that allows you to avoid that mistake that you made in the past to begin with. Okay.
Okay.
Secondly, I think it's also about making sure that your concepts in both quant and verbal are extremely strong. Because one thing I've noticed, Bhoomi, in the last whatever 3-4 months it's been since Focus Edition was released, is that people who are just clear with the concepts in the videos that I've shared, right? If you're absolutely like, you're not just looking at it from the point of view of, okay, this is answer is A for this question and the answer is D for this question, but you're looking at it from the point of view of how am I supposed to approach this? What are the traps I'm supposed to avoid? How am I supposed to make sure that I'm able to answer similar questions in the future? Like when you're trying to look at it from a slightly higher perspective and giving it a more like a 360-degree understanding, you actually will, without having to practice a lot, would reach around 615, 625 without a lot of practice. Usually the reason why that happens is because there is something in the concepts that is not clear. And why are the concepts not clear? Because sometimes either we don't give adequate time and attention, or we are like rushing through something because of external commitments that we have while the course is going on. And those things keep you from truly immersing yourself into the concepts and building a very strong foundation
Right.
that can help you to enhance your performance even further.
Okay. And while I review the questions after my mock, there are some questions that I know that, this was very simple and I could have
Hmm.
gotten the answer if I had some more time. Which is this, kind of is becoming a habit that, I would have gotten the answer if I had more time. So how do I avoid that?
The point is that this is something that anybody would wish, right? Like, if you have more time, GMAT would not be an issue for anyone. Now, the point is exactly what I'm telling you. Like, when it comes to timing, no, you have to ask yourself, like, why is timing an issue? Because when it comes to application of concept, there are two things, right? One concept, one application. You have to understand the concept very well, and you need to be able to apply it very well, and time will take care of itself. You wouldn't have to like force yourself to solve the question within time. You will know that naturally you're getting the answers within time because you have taken care of those two fundamental aspects of problem solving. Okay.
Okay.
Now, this is something that most people don't get. And what they do is, as I mentioned earlier, if your concepts are not in place and application is not in place, but you're just working on timing, it will almost be next to impossible for you to improve on that. Okay. So, my suggestion here is again, like, don't look at the fact that it's a symptom of the problem. It's not the problem itself, which, if you need to kind of go back to it once, will help you to get your target score a lot sooner. It might seem like you're taking a step back because you're going back to the recordings and going back to the concepts, but that will help you to skyrocket your performance and get your target score a lot sooner. Dwell over the fact that, okay, it's a low score or a high score, because if you haven't hit your target score, everything is low. Even if you're at a 645 and you haven't hit your target score and you come to me and say, Manan, I'm stuck at a 645, like we would have to still figure out what the problem is and then you'll improve. So 545 is just that. But I'm saying I know for a fact that the way the course is designed and what I've seen in the past from multiple people who've taken the Focus Edition exam, every single one of them has been able to cross that 615, 625 mark on the first mock, provided you've taken care of the steps that I mentioned in the study plan video. Focus on attaining a 90-95% accuracy first, then focus on time. If these two things are taken care of, 625 is inevitable.